Sneakers Day 2024, here is everything you need to know. Here's everything we know so far. Are we really getting Jordan 1 trophy room lows, Travis Scott olive, Jordan 1 Travis canaries, lost and found SB pine greens, military blues, Cortez pink beams, and more SB dunks? Well, apparently we are, according to people on social media. Now, obviously, I'm talking about Nike Sneakers Day, which is going down on the 8th of August next week. As of recording this video, it's about a week away. It's most likely a UK and EU only drop. And social media this week has been a little bit crazy because there's been a video leak allegedly showcasing all the shoes that are apparently dropping on Nike Sneakers Day. But first off, let me tell you a little bit about Sneakers Day. What is it and all that boring stuff. Now, Nike Sneakers Day is where Nike basically celebrate the launch and anniversary of the Nike Sneakers app. The application that has caused so many of us sneaker fans pain and hurt over the years. False hope is what that app has given millions of people across the world. But anyway, what happens once a year is that Nike Sneakers creates quite a lot of hype in the sneaker community, and we often see pairs, very hyped pairs, thrown around that they're going to be restocking. The rumor on the street is that XYZ's happening and everyone gets really hyped, and then when it actually comes to Nike Sneakers Day, it's a bit dead. But anyway, maybe this is the year it changes. So, a couple of days ago, this video has been leaked, and it's a Nike Sneakers promotion saying get ready type thing with the confirming the launch date of the 8th of August. And the promotional video has this kind of glitch effect in it, and in the glitch, you can see a kind of lineup, if you like. And if you pause the video in the right moment, you can actually like visually see this lineup and see it properly. And in this lineup, we have, like I said earlier, a pair of Jordan 1 trophy rooms that released in February earlier this year, the Travis Scott olive, a pair of canary Travises that released earlier this year as well. I think that is a pair of the military blues, the SB pine greens, which were the shoe of 2023, the Cortez pink beams, which is crazy. I'll be very surprised if they restock. They're incredibly hyped over in the UK and really not many of them around, to be honest. The Jordan 1 Lost and Founds, which released late 2022, and a couple of other shoes like the SB Jaritos that everyone gets really angry at me for pronouncing wrong, so I am sorry. But you get the picture. And everyone rightfully absolutely buzzing, really excited. And then there's also this summary type graphic that's I don't really know what it is, but it's kind of hinting, it's kind of like a secret hidden summary of what's dropping. You have, for example, number 7 here, you've got the and then the olive emoji. So obviously that's the Travis Scott Jordan 1 low olives. Really embarrassing if it's not, because I've just offended a lot of Travis Scott fans, but from what I understand it probably is. And then you can kind of work out the rest on your own. They're all pretty similar to the ones shown in the video showcase promotion. In fact, even outlets like GQ quoted saying the Air Jordan 1 High Lost and Found and the Nike SB Jordan 4 Pine Green will be making a comeback. And then they go on to say that rumor has it that the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low Canaries may also be returning. So that's all they've said so far. They didn't mention the rest of the shoes that showed in the graphic or the promotion video that I just showed you guys. They just mentioned the Jordan 1 Lost and Founds, Nike SB Jordan 4 Pine Greens, and the Travis Scott Canaries. They are basically saying we expect that to happen. Now, I don't know how true that is. I also don't know to what capacity, how many of them will actually restock. So for example, they might just drop 10 like of each shoe or of each size, so you really don't have much chance of copying. Now, we need to address the elephant in the room. In previous years, Sneakers Days have been a little bit dead. For example, I think last year, this was the lineup last year. This is what we were told we were going to get last year. You got the Jordan 4 Fire Red restock, the SB Pine Greens again, Travis Scott Reverse Mockers, the Orange Lobsters, Jordan 4 Oreos, Tiffany Air Force Ones, Jordan 1 Dark Mockers, so much crazy stuff. And what was the best pair we got in the end? It was a pretty boring and pretty dry Jordan 4 Red Cements that no one really wants. So yes, it was a letdown. And even the year before that, from what I remember this one really well, Sneakers Day 2022. We had all these crazy shoes meant to be dropping again, but in the end, we got the Jordan 4 the Jordan 4 Cannon or Canyon Purple, whatever they're called. The ugliest shoe. I reckon, I'll put my hands up, I reckon these might be the ugliest Jordan 4s I've ever seen. They are absolutely terrible. We had the Air Max Tour Yellow release and the Jordan 1 High Yellow Taxis, which I quite liked, but again, they were pretty boring. They released in a Sneakers Live event at the end of the day, from what I remember. Now, sometimes what happens on Sneakers Day, and this actually happened in 2022, they do like gamify the app. It's not just like a normal entry. It's not a normal raffle sometimes. They often make it a bit of a fun game. They hide things. It's a bit secretive. So Nike Sneakers in 2022, actually you had to scroll down right on the feed on the Sneakers app, really quite far down, and then you would get stuff like this, cartoon characters you actually had to scratch at. So on your phone you would literally scratch, and once you scratched all the kind of like a dark or the black and grey away of the graphic, you then had the chance, it took you to the checkout where you could like buy the shoes basically. So keep that in mind. On the 8th of August when this does drop, make sure you're on your phone, you're alert, you're on social media, you're following me, people who are letting you know what's actually going down, because you will miss out if you're kind of not in the know, if that makes sense. Now obviously the main question is this actually going to happen? Well, that is all the info we have for now, and it's quite soon, it's in the next week, but we don't really have too much information. I suspect Nike sneakers are going to keep it quite quiet. I suspect outlets kind of 48, 72 hours before might have some more information. We might find out that one particular nice shoe is restocking, but we never know the stock numbers, so it might be a bit pointless. We honestly just don't know right now. However, the one positive thing I'm kind of hoping for and praying that makes this sneakers rumor true, that they're releasing all these crazy shoes, is that some popular silhouettes like the Jordan 4, the Jordan 1s, real big game players within Nike shoes, they're a little bit down at the moment. The value's down, they're not as hyped. I mean, even stuff like, I've got the military blues behind me. I picked them up for retail. The yellow Jordan 4s that released earlier this year, I picked them up on sale, especially Jordans and maybe a few more like bulkier silhouettes. They're really not doing that well for Nike at the moment. There's not really any retail value in it, which obviously creates all the hype. And the cool fashion guys, they're not really messing with Jordan 4s or those kind of J's anymore. Adidas have a big chokehold, especially on the kind of fashion world at the moment. When you look at stuff like these Sambas are still around, the Campuses, which are insanely popular, Gazelles, probably only some of the Air Max silhouettes, and trending models like the Nike P6000 that are really making Nike still like relevant. Now, obviously, Nike, don't take it out of context. Nike are the biggest shoe brand on the planet, the biggest fitness and sportswear brand on the planet, and they will be for a very, very long time. But what I mean in terms of relevance, I just mean like talking right now. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping that because of all that's going on, Nike's a little bit like down at the moment. I'm really praying that they're going to be like, kind of like, screw it. We need to drop some really hype shoes that everyone's going to love, to kind of generate a bit of hype again, get the resellers back on side, because that drives all the hype, get the fashion guys back on side, and ultimately give everyone a little bit of hope that these shoes that they missed out on a while ago that they were really hyped for, they now potentially have another chance of getting them. So yeah, who knows? I will keep you up to date. I will give you more information as soon as we have it. In terms of tips and tricks, just be on the sneakers app. Make sure it's up to date. Make sure you're on a sneakers account that you've taken W's on before. If you're like me and have taken so many L's over the years with literally no signs of any dubs, just make a new account, especially if it's like 2-3 years old. Just delete the app, start a new account, crack on. So yeah, Sneakers Day 2024 is the 8th of August. We are hoping it's going to be a big one. We honestly don't know. Take it with a pinch of salt. That's all I'm saying. And like this video and make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to keep you up to date with all these Sneakers Day 2024 information as soon as we have it.